published 1730 EDT, the 11th of September 2017. Updated 1730 EDT, the 11th of September 2017. The FA have a serious issue about Russian spies in a Cold War build-up to the 2018 World Cup. The concern has arisen since the pro-Russian state Fancy Bears group started attacking FIFA and the World Anti-Doping Agency and revealing hugely sensitive information. English football's ruling body have written to FIFA wanting to know how it happened and what preventative measures have been brought in. Gareth Southgate will hope that preparations for Russia will not suffer over off-field events. The Fancy Bears website contained a threatening message for football over doping last month. The worries include being hacked for coaching and tactical information despite England's wretched record at recent championships. The FA have already started beefing up their own IT security with outside help. The measures include bans on using hotel or public Wi-Fi, stronger firewalls and encrypted passwords, plus players being given advice on using social media. England's base in Russia, which is still to be decided, will also be swept for listening devices. The Fancy Bears leaked details from Wilder last year, including explosive evidence that Sir Bradley Wiggins had used therapeutic use exemptions for the otherwise banned substance triamcinolone to treat asthma and allergies ahead of major cycling races in 2011, 2012 and 2013. Last month they leaked confidential medical information from FIFA involving English players. Middlesbrough defender George Friend became embroiled in an anti-doping case. The included emails sent in May this year from the FA's head of integrity Jenny Kennedy about 4 anti-doping cases involving Middlesbrough's George Friend, a former Gillingham players Esh Raymond and non-league players Ross Armstrong and Ryan Kendall. A FIFA spokesman said, "We can confirm the FA has sent a letter to FIFA related to the Fancy Bears attack." FIFA informed the FA that FIFA remains committed to preventing security attacks in general and is presently investigating the incident to ascertain whether FIFA's infrastructure was compromised. For the purposes of computer security, FIFA is itself relying on expert advice from third parties. Former Gillingham players Esh Raymond was also included in the leaked confidential emails. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn missed a long half-volley when he turned down an opportunity to follow Theresa May by doing a lunchtime test match special interview. Corbyn, who is believed to actually know something about cricket, couldn't have failed to impress compared with the Prime Minister, at least when talking about the game. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn opted against following in the footsteps of Theresa May. New MCC chief executive Guy Lavender, who was shadowing the departing Derek Brewer during the Lord's Test, is fortunate that the 20-year civil war over how to renovate the ground has a peace treaty in place, with the defining vote on September 27. Lavender's big problem, apart from ensuring a T20 City franchise and 2 tests per summer for Lords, will be forging a working relationship with hugely difficult chairman Gerald Corbett. New MCC chief executive Guy Lavender will be faced with a number of difficult challenges. The ECB's commercial department, who so badly botched losing blue-chip sponsors Waitrose and Investec in quick succession, have had to bring in marketing agency CSM Sport to help find a successor to the latter for domestic tests. Investec, who are withdrawing from cricket 5 years earlier than planned following the end of the Test summer, will be looking at rugby union opportunities next. Investec have opted to cut short the relationship with the ECB, turning to rugby union did league fail the TED. It is not a great advertisement for the Football League's owners and directors. Test that Michael Anderson, 64, has stood down as vice chairman of Gillingham. This follows The indictment of the businessman, who runs a Florida-based online drugs company, by a U.S. court for allegedly defrauding the U.S. military health care system of £4.4 million. And this is the same Anderson whose ownership of Ipswich in 2010 lasted only 3 days when it emerged that he was previously involved in Aldershot and Kettering going into administration. Anderson was living in some style in Florida, telling one league chairman it was next to some netball player who turned out to be former basketball superstar Shaquille O'Neal. Gillingham are looking for a new vice chairman following the resignation of Michael Anderson.